Hello, Sagittarius. This is Dee with Metaphysical Moonlighters, and this is your February 2019 astrology forecast. Now, this month I am bringing you pictures from my trip to Rio de Janeiro in Brazil. So, those are the pictures that you will see in the background on the slides. And then the very last slide, I do have a video, so hang around to see the video. Now, this first slide, this is the picture of the Christ the Redeemer statue. And you can see how huge this statue is compared to the people at the bottom of the statue. So I do highly recommend that you make this one of your first stops when you are, doing various things in Rio. The statue is huge. It sits at the top of a mountain, and the views from this area are totally amazing. Okay, there's also like a temple, a worship temple at the back of the statue, at the base of the statue. Um, so there's a lot to do there. Just check it out. But try to arrive early in the morning because it does get very crowded and it can get hot depending on what time of year you visit. Now, let's get into the forecast. And remember, don't get hung up on the dates because, especially if you are an intuitive person or you are an empath or you are sensitive to energies, you can feel the aspects. You can feel the energies from these planetary aspects before the dates and even after the exact dates. So never get hung up on dates, even the full moon and new moon. If you are a person that is sensitive to energies, you can feel the energies before the actual date, even after the actual date, okay? And then also remember, this is all dependent on what is going on in your personal birth chart. So what we're bringing you when we do these videos, this is just a general overview of what is possible because there's no way we can see everybody's personal birth chart at one time. So we're bringing you what is possible, okay? So on February 1st, we have a square. We have Mars in a square to Pluto, okay? Now, Mars in a square to Pluto. Mars is going to be in Aries, in your area of your life that deals with fun, creativity, romance. And then Pluto in Capricorn is in the area of your life that deals with your finances. So around this time, make sure not to take any shortcuts when it comes to finances and having fun. Okay. Make sure, okay, one example I can give is, let's say you want to go to a concert or let's say you want to go to the Super Bowl, but you don't want to pay the thousands of dollars. So you take it upon yourself to take a shortcut, Mars square Pluto. You take it upon yourself to take a shortcut and deal with a scalper who, sells you a dirt cheap Super Bowl ticket. And you arrive at the Super Bowl and you can't get in. That's what that's the type of thing that can happen when Mars is squaring Pluto. Do not try to take shortcuts. And for you, this is in the area of your life dealing with fun and your finances. So remember, try not to take any shortcuts around this time because this is an energy that can be totally creative or totally destructive. Okay. So keep that in mind. Now, on the second, we have Venus in a trine to Uranus. Okay, so this is an energy where you are going to want excitement. And any relationships that start around this time have the tendency to just take off. Or if you meet anyone around this time, you will feel like you've been knowing them all your life. Okay. Now, for you, Sagittarius, Venus in Sagittarius is in your first house, which can deal with your appearance, your personality, things of that nature. And then Uranus in Aries is in the area of your life that deals with fun, creativity, even romance. Okay, so around this time, you are going to want to have an exciting romantic rendezvous with someone around this time. Sagittarius is going to be exciting for you. Now, Venus enters Capricorn on the 3rd. Okay. So for you, this is happening in the area of your life that deals with your finances. So around the 3rd, you will find yourself getting serious about your finances, Sagittarius. Now, this is the picture in the background. This is a picture of the sidewalk in the Copacabana area. And I took a picture of the sidewalks because when you are walking around in Rio, you're walking from beach to beach and you're wondering, oh, what beach, what area am I in? You know what area you are in based on the sidewalk. Now, there's lots of beaches in Rio, but the two most popular beaches are Copacabana and Ipanema. Now, where my cursor is, this is the Copacabana sidewalk. So you see it looks like waves. And then the Ipanema Beach area looks different. So if you're ever walking around and you're wondering, um, where am I? Just look at the sidewalk most times, okay? So that's why I threw those in there. Now, on the 4th, we have a new moon in Aquarius at about 4 o'clock in the evening. And let's see. For you, Sagittarius, this is happening in the area of your life that can deal with short distance trips. It can deal with your communication style. So if you want to focus on anything, you can focus on um, a communication style that you want to develop in yourself, or you can focus on planning a short distance trip. Remember, the new moon is a great time to start something. Now, if you're not sure where Aquarius falls in your personal birth chart, then I have pulled a card for you. This is just something you can concentrate on at this new moon. Share a breath. So I'm going to read this card to you, read about this card to you. Okay, share a breath. Okay, it says one of the best ways to open up positive communication and good vibrations with others is to share a breath. Observe their breathing pattern and match it with your own. Do this for 4 or 5 breaths, longer if possible. Okay, this relaxes your muscles, relieves tension, and opens your fifth chakra or communication center to a higher vibration. Isn't that so on point? Because the new moon is happening in your area of life dealing with your communication style. So, this is perfect for you to concentrate on, Sagittarius. Concentrate on sharing a breath. It will open up your communication center, which is your throat. Okay, and so these pictures are pictures of me and my husband. We were in the Escondaria Celeron area. It's sort of like an artsy type of area. In fact, the tiles all around in this area were laid by one person. He was an artist who lived in this area. And it's a very colorful, vibrant area. At the bottom of the steps, there's people beating on the drums. There's people playing their instruments, selling their homemade wares, and it's a very laid back area. Now, as you go farther up the stairs, you will run into a favela. Now, a favela is like a ghetto in Rio, and there are tours that are offered of the favelas. My husband and I chose not to take a tour of the favelas because we felt like it was kind of being exploitive, especially because of the fact that we don't know if the money from the tour company would even go to that community. So we chose not to take a tour of the favela. Um, but this area, the Celeron area, is a very artsy type of vibe. It's not in the favela, but if you go far up enough, you will be able to access the favela area, one of the favela areas. Now, this is also the steps where Pharrell and I believe it was Snoop Dogg, they did a video right here on these steps when they were in Rio one year. Um, so it's a very cool area to visit. And also, if you notice, it's kind of shaded. So if you need a break from the sun, from the sunny beaches and everything, this is a cool area to just go and just sit out on the steps and just take in the ambiance of the area, take in the music, take in the smells and the sights. Um, this is the Celeron area. All right, so let's keep moving on. Now, on the 10th, we have Mercury entering Pisces. Now, for you, Sagittarius, this is happening in your area of your life, dealing with your home and your family life. So, the energy of Mercury entering Pisces is that details will tend to just flow out of the window. Like you might tend to just overlook details. So when it comes to your home and your family life, Sagittarius, you might just tend to overlook some details. You might let a lot slide, things like that. Now, on the 12th, we have Mars in a conjunction to Uranus. And this is happening in your area of your life that can deal with fun, creativity, romance, even your interaction with kids. So, when Mars is in a conjunction to Uranus, you might tend to make rash decisions. So, just remember that when it comes to romance, you might be making a rash decision around the 12th, Sagittarius. And then on the 14th, Mars enters Taurus. So when Mars enters Taurus, for you, Sagittarius, this is happening in the area of your life that deals with your health and your vitality or your daily routine. So this is a great time for you to resist something. And I've been saying in all of my videos, this is a great time for every sign to go on a fast. Because remember, Taurus is the sign that can be stubborn. Mars is the sign that wants to go forward. So Mars entering Taurus will help you resist things. It will help you be stubborn about, you know, taking in things. So this is a great time for everyone to fast because your resistance, um, your ability or your strength to resist things will be very strong around this time. Okay, and this is a picture of me in the Ipanema Beach area. You can look behind me and you look at the sidewalk, you can see this is the Ipanema area. And there's lots of restrooms, there's lots of places to eat. So you never have to worry about being on the beach and where am I going to use the restroom, or is there anything to eat? Am I going to be starving on the beach? Just like any other beach, there's people walking around trying to sell you things. There's people walking around offering massages on the beach, selling clothes, selling jewelry. You can rent um, umbrellas and things like that. Or if you like, with what we did, our hotel provided us with towels and umbrellas and chairs, things like that on the beach. We stayed at the Miramar Beach, which is in the Copacabana area. So our hotel provided us with all of those things while we were at the beach. So you can choose to stay at a hotel that will offer you those things, but if they don't, you can rent those things at the beach. So it's very convenient. Okay, so let's go to the next slide. Now, this is Ipanema Beach as well. And you can see here, when I talk about people selling things, this guy, wait, this guy here, you can see him. He's setting up his cart. He's selling hats and whatever else right there, okay? And then you can rent the chairs and things like that, okay? Now, on the 18th, we have Venus in a conjunction to Saturn. This is happening in the area of your life dealing with your finances. So for you, Sagittarius, this is a great time for you to reflect on your material possessions. And then the sun enters Pisces on the same day. So we can start telling all of our Pisces friends happy birthday because it will be Pisces season. And then Mercury is going to be conjunct Neptune on the same day as well. So remember, for you, Neptune in Pisces is in your fourth house, which deals with your home and your family life. So Mercury conjunct Neptune is going to have you expressing ideas that have been in your mind related to your home and your family life around this time, Sagittarius. Okay. Now, this is a picture of the sign from the restaurant that we ate at several times while we were in Rio. This is the name of it. It is Caratao. And it sort of reminds you of Fogo de Chao. Remember, Fogo de Chao is a Brazilian restaurant. So just imagine eating at a Brazilian restaurant in Brazil. The food was amazing, totally amazing. Um, the fish on the buffet it was so delicious. I couldn't stop eating it. Just like Fogo de Chao, there's people walking around cutting off the meat, putting it on your plate based on if you have the sign up or not, things like that. So the food was so good at this restaurant. I can't talk enough about this restaurant, Caratao. I might be pronouncing it wrong, but this is a sign. So You can look that place up when you get to Rio and eat there. You won't be disappointed. On the 19th, we do have a full moon in Virgo. Now, for you, Sagittarius, this is happening in your area of your life, dealing with your career or your business or what you're known for in the world. So, if you have anything you need to release related to your career or your business, this full moon is a great time to release it. And then on the 22nd, we have Venus in a conjunction to Pluto. So, again, this is happening in the area of your life dealing with your finances. So you might want to make some intense moves when it comes to your finances because the energy of Venus in a conjunction to Pluto, it brings the urge for intense relationships, okay? You might even be very possessive at this time or very jealous around this time. So just keep an eye out for that, Sagittarius. Now, this is a picture of me in front of the Christ Redeemer statue. It's just an amazing place. It really is. So that's pretty much everything I have for you. I still have a video to show you, but please like this video, share the video, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And if you want a personal astrological forecast, visit my website and book it there. Also, there's a great horoscope app. It's a daily horoscope app from Cheetah Mobile. I have the links in the description box. So if you can, check out those links. Check out this daily horoscope app. It's a great app for checking your horoscope on the go. Okay. Now I'm going to play this video. Now, we took a helicopter tour while we were in Rio. And this video is the portion of the tour where we were circling around the Christ Redeemer statue. Now, I took this myself from my cell phone. So just notice how large the statue is compared to the people at the foot of the statue. Also, you can see here in the back of the statue at the base, there's an entrance there, and it's actually like a temple, sort of like a worship center there. Okay, here's the video. The statue is huge. And you can see Sugarloaf Mountain and Corcovado, various beaches. Really amazing, amazing. So that's everything I have for you this month, Sagittarius. So I hope you enjoy your month. And until next month, make it a good one.